Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. I was trying to get into your energy, and I have to tell you that it took a lot of my energy to get into your energy. It was very heavy. It was blue and green light was shining, and so I feel like Saint Raphael, who's the archangel who works with healing of the heart chakra, and the blue light was that of Saint Michael the archangel, who is all about cutting the cords of negative energy, working with your throat chakra, working with your root chakra, helping you to feel safe and secure. Those were the healing energies I saw. And then I saw you standing in a doorway, and the light was coming in from behind you, and it was so beautiful and golden, but you were staring at your shadow side that was being cast from the light behind you. And it was long, and for a moment there it almost looked like there were two, but they merged and they were one, and then it got shorter and shorter and shorter, as it kind of like you accepted the shadow side of you and understood that we all have a shadow side. And it was really kind of interesting. And so like I said, it was very exhausting getting into the energies today. And so after I got through a few signs, I couldn't do it anymore. It wore me out. There's a lot of planetary action that is involved in me being exhausted. So then I pulled energy cards, and you received the Magician and the Mirror, which is about having the ability to create. There's the ether and there's the fire. So what you think about, you can bring about. You can manifest whatever you want. And then you also received with that community. And community card is about, there are people, or in this case, it could be spirit too. There's sources of aid available to you. And because I saw the angels' lights, and because of the bright golden light, I feel like it's more like spirit is here to help you. Sometimes spirit sends help in the form of people though. So it could be either one of those things. But let's go ahead and get into what's the moon doing. How's that energy going to affect you? Be sure to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. Sometimes one of those will resonate more for you than the other. Your sun sign is the core of you. It is your values. It's how you view the world. Your rising sign is your personality. It's how the world is going to view you. And your moon sign, that is how you're going to feel, how you're going to react and respond to the energy around you of what's happening planetary-wise, energy from other people. But let's see what the big topic of conversation is for this week. I am planning to do a separate video for the eclipse energy because it's so big. There's so much happening with that. So for the energy for the week, we have Temperance. And Temperance is about, it's a lot like this Magician card, see? It's two things being combined to create something new. In this case, it's finding the balance between two people. A lot of times in Temperance, they'll show you the pouring of the water into each other's cup. And so an opportunity to create peace in a situation, and you have the Page of Pentacles, a new opportunity. It's in the physical world. It could manifest in the form of money. It's a new opportunity that very much requires your time, your effort, your dedication. And so with this right here, with this manifesting of an idea, in creating something, it could be that you've been working on a project for a while and now you're going to manifest it into the 3D, and there are people along the way that are going to help you and guide you. And so it could be something really, an opportunity that you're going to have to kind of make lemons out of lemonade based on the looks of that Temperance card. So be on the lookout for who can help you. So we start out with the moon in your 9th house of spirit, of long distance travel, of higher education, higher knowledge, and that is because it's in Capricorn. And we are coming up on this eclipse. It's going to have a lot of energy. It is shifting everything for everyone. But like I said, I want to do another video on that, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But it is time to take action. You have been sitting for a long time in the discernment process, trying to decide what it is you want to manifest. And now with the Magician in the Mirror here and the Page of Pentacles, it might, and the Take Action card, and this full moon is all about change. It's the thunder moon. And so almost like a tower moment, it feels like, where all of a sudden things are going to suddenly and dramatically shift, and maybe you're still in the discernment process and you weren't expecting it to happen just yet. So get ready, because you're not the only force involved in this situation. Although I know Taurus likes to have as much control as possible, I feel that there are a lot of things going on right now that take some of the control out of your hands. And so you're going to need to step up and step into the power. So this is this Capricorn energy, and let's get a little guidance on that. Boy, that flew right out. You have Llama. Set clear boundaries and enforce them. Archangel Shamiel. Set clear boundaries and enforce them. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is all about boundaries. And so this change that's happening, it's going to require you to take a look at your life and go, okay, this, but not that. And then enforce the boundaries that you're setting for yourself. And you have a Kingfisher. Be patient and focused. Be patient and focused. This winter I was walking down by the river, and we saw some open water, and there was this Kingfisher just sitting on the tree limb. He looked a lot like that. He was just staring into the water, hoping something would swim by so he could get something to eat. It was really cold. It was like January, but we still had open water. So that, requires a lot of patience. Things don't always move as quickly as you would like, but then again, you're Taurus, and that's one of your superpowers, is being patient. So this tower moment might be what you bring to somebody else. It's interesting, all this action, but you're being told to be patient. So, I feel like I want another card. Some clarification on that. Well, be joyful and trusting, and be independent but work together. So I think maybe the patience, it needs to be with the other people that are involved. There's a community situation here. Wolves always travel in packs. Well, they don't always. They travel in packs during the mating season, which would be during the summer. Well, no, actually it's more in the winter when they're hunting and they need to. In the summer they kind of split off, but they call into each other on a full moon too. Be joyful and trusting. Set clear boundaries though. I think that's the key, because it's a Capricorn moon. And then I think that finding the joy in the moment, finding your tribe, finding your community, looking for the help where it's available, it is coming to you, and really allowing the opportunity for things to play out. Eclipse energy is powerful. It's so powerful, though, that it goes out 6 to 18 months out. And so it could be that it's the kind of a situation where things start happening now, but it'll take a while for them to be completed. And maybe that's the part where you need to have the patience, but now is the time to take some action and allow things to pass out of your life that don't belong there, that no longer serve you, so you can move on to the next stage, the next phase, the next thing. You have been thinking about stuff for a long time. And then there's this call for self-reflection. This call for self-reflection when the moon moves into Aquarius on Wednesday. It moves in first thing in the morning, 5:19 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the U.S. Self-reflection. What is it that you enjoy? There's the pleasure, right? And it says here, be joyful and trusting. So looking at your life and your situation, where are you finding the joy right now? Where does it exist for you? Where can you help to bring it in? unconditional love. Wow. So, this is the Divine Mother. If you do not receive the kind of nurturing as a child, then you have to nurture yourself. You have to love yourself unconditionally. That is the only way in which you can love other people. If you had a parent that was absentee, maybe they were traveling a lot for work. You had parents that were working really hard and so they didn't seem to be home a lot, and you felt like you were just kind of shuttled off to the side. If you had harsh or abusive parenting foisted upon you, harsh words like, what's the matter with you? Can't you handle that better than that? You know, you're not stupid. You should be able to do this. You know, use your head. What's the matter with you? All these things that eat away at your soul. You need to love yourself through that. You need to self-nurture. You need to love and fill up your bucket of love yourself. And when you can love yourself unconditionally, even the shadow side that you were looking at, right? Even the shadow side. Oh my gosh, that this card should come up with that vision I had. When you love all the parts of you, when you realize that what words other people were saying was because they didn't know how to do it better. They did not know how to love themselves, and so they were foisting that on you, all that negative energy. That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to heal yourself. Your responsibility is to love yourself unconditionally. Your responsibility is to move past that. And you came here in this lifetime to learn how to do this. Because a lot of the karma that's being settled out right now has gone on for eons and past lives. And we've accumulated all these doubts and the self-criticism. And now is a chance for you to stand in your superpower, know that you are worthy of love, loving yourself, even the shadows, because the shadow part is where you learn and where you grow and where you become a better version of you. If you were perfect, you wouldn't need to be here doing this work. So love yourself, all the pieces and parts of you, and allow yourself to move forward toward your healing. And that way you can allow other people in. And yes, safe, healthy boundaries are great. But in order to know who to let through, who to allow in, who can come in and love you, in order to get to that part, you have to start by loving yourself. And so following your intuition, what do you feel in your heart space? That's where your intuition is. I'm the third eye. The third eye, yes, that's where you get information from the divine and finding the balance. But it's, what does it feel like in your heart space? What feels light? What brings the joy? This having patience, I feel like it's having patience with yourself as you work through this process of loving yourself. You are going to, if you are in the habit of being self-critical and you're like, well, I'm not going to do that anymore, you still will. And then when you do, you go, oh, what I meant to say to myself was, I am really making progress in working on this. And then you forgive yourself for the negative words that you spoke about yourself to yourself. Words have so much energy. They create the atmosphere in which you live. They're what promotes your growth and your aid, and they take you forward. Okay. Let's see. So we have balance. When that moon moves into Pisces, it's about balance and finding the beauty and being resilient. All right, what do we have here? Okay, so yes, this is the balance. This is the wasp. This is when people say negative things about you, whether it's yourself saying it about yourself or other people coming at you. This is about watching out for that sting. Watching out for the anger and the retaliatory actions of people, the nastiness, the jealousy. As you move toward loving yourself, you're going to be changing. And other people will look at you and go, what are you doing? You're not who you used to be. And they're going to think it's wrong because they're used to dealing with you in a certain format. And now it's shifting and it's changing as you're growing and evolving. And not everyone is going to be comfortable with that. Not everybody likes or accepts change easily. Taurus, you know that. But you can do this. Oh, okay. So, wow. So you have the wind fairy. Thoughts, words, intellects, and analyze. This is paying attention to the words. This is paying attention to how you talk about yourself, how you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself as you move through this transition, as you release the negative attitude about yourself and learn to love yourself unconditionally. Beware of overanalyzing and not allowing the heart to run the show here. You have the serpent, knowledge and healing, shedding the old skin, research, health, healing, loving yourself unconditionally, transformation. The serpent is all of those things, and you have focus. What you focus on, that's what you're going to create. That's what you're going to create. Remember, be patient and focused. Focus on loving yourself. Focus on forgiving yourself. Focus on creating for yourself. You are a manifester. Taurus, you manifest better than almost anyone I know. You know how to manifest wealth. But right now, I think the universe is asking you to manifest unconditional love for yourself. That's harder. That's a little uncomfortable. And it's not easily, like, you can't, like, put it on a spreadsheet and see it. But what happens is a slow sense of joy starts to creep into your heart. So here's a meditation that you can do. I just saw this in my head. Okay, so sitting down or even laying in bed, but imagine that there is a ray of golden light of love coming down from above, and it flows into you, and you light up and you're golden. And then it spreads out from you, and allow it to spread across the room, spread across the floor, spread through the house, spread into the ground around the house, or the apartment, or whatever building, wherever you are. If you're outside, then you're allowing it to flow, and just watch it flow into you, fill you up, through you, and out, and cover the world eventually. Just visualize that. Do it before you get out of bed in the morning. Do it before you go to bed at night. And allow the healing to come in. And you have success. Success fills my life in ways beyond my greatest expectations. Success. See the star of hope? You can do this. You can transform your life by loving yourself. You have a wonderful new adventure ahead of you, and also healing. Phenomenal healing energy flows through every cell in my body. That's that golden light I saw. That's that golden light I saw. Allow yourself to heal. You have so much potential and energy here. And it all starts with that unconditional sense of self-love that you give yourself. And that's a beautiful gift. All right. Let's get I'm not going with color cards this week. I felt like this eclipse energy kind of just made me want to go with a crystal, a stone, something tangible that you can put in your pocket and carry around with you. Stick it in your purse. Last night, so I went to, there's a store in town, and I went to it. They have all these different stones, and two stones that I didn't go there to get attracted me, and I took them home and I looked them up because I'm still learning lots of things. I imagine that I will need to live to like 130 to get through all the books I have. One of them was black onyx and the other one was smoky quartz. I had no intention of purchasing them when I got there, but I walked out of the store with them. I go home and look them up, and they were about healing. And when I picked up a bloodstone, wasn't expecting that either. And the three of them actually work together to heal physical problems. And I've been doing all this moving, and my sciatic kicked up. I've been limping. It's been really uncomfortable. So I put them in a little pouch. I stuck them in my pocket yesterday, and then I slept with them under my pillow, and then I carried them around today, and my foot, for the first time in like a month and a half, does not hurt. I still feel it a little bit, but wow. So there's a lot of energy in these stones, and you can create stuff for yourself. So you have watermelon tourmaline. Ooh, my heart is open to giving and receiving love. Wow, I transform the world around me by focusing on divine love. That was what I saw. That light shining through. And in my vision of you earlier, where it was that golden light shining behind you, lighting up your shadow. And then the light that I just saw while I was doing the reading coming through you and flowing out. And it does. It flows in and through you. So if you can find some watermelon tourmaline, you can order it online. I'm sure you can. You can order everything online. It's magic. So there's this unconditional love. This is the part where you totally transform your life by focusing on loving yourself. On loving yourself. It's the whole key to everything going forward for you. That's where the key to success is. You have blue lace agate. It is easy for me to express myself. I am understood. I hear what others are communicating. So communication with Mercury in retrograde is challenging, not going to lie. It's been challenging. And we have orbicular jasper, which is a really cool stone, and I need to find one just because I like the way it looks. It says, my life glides forward with ease. I am mindful. I think and act with positive energy. That positive self-love, that positive way of talking to yourself, that communicating. So you have communicating, you have love, you have gliding forward because you're filling yourself up with love for yourself. That is how you transform your life. That is how you overcome the wasps. Don't care about the people that are nasty and jealous and upset with the changes that are going on within you. But it's none of their business what you're doing. It matters to you what you do. You came here to learn, to grow, to heal. And right now is a beautiful opportunity. All the energies are in place for it. So I look forward to doing your full moon eclipse reading. See what it is that you're going to let go of. But I think what you need to really let go of, if you don't get a chance to see that video, it looks like what you're releasing is you're cutting the cords of negative energy in your life, and you are allowing yourself to love all the parts of you, including your shadow side. And that is amazing. You guys have a great week. We'll talk soon. Take care.